How you doing, guys? 1 second. It's just getting my life together, trying to figure out this stuff. We did it work? I think we have technical difficulties. Just a moment. Let's see. No.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Derek. How?
Yeah. You can see us? Can we see you?
Yes, I can see you.
So, yeah, I don't think we have feed for you yet. But if you're are you I'm like new to the tech to the all the live stream stuff, so bear with me because
Sure, sure.
uh yeah, request to be oh perfect. So we can see both for you guys. See both of us. Awesome. All right, cool. Welcome back, guys. I know 2 lives in the same day. Crazy, unheard of for me. I get it. We're here in support of Free Film Night BK. There are our virtual screenings we're having tonight and for the rest of the month of August. We're here hosting with the director of the film Isabel. Would you like to kindly give us your name, tell us who you are, and where you're from?
Sure, sure. Thank you. My name is Cristian Nicolae. I'm from Bucharest, Romania. Uh, I work in a corporation, so filmmaking is my biggest hobby. I've been starting writing screenplays when I was like, I think 14. And it was before the pandemic that I wrote the first version, a first draft of Isabel, which at first was actually a short film with a character study of only one character, the main female character Isabel, and her struggle with depression. But then it was when I went through a relationship that actually changed the whole meaning of the story and made I started to make the short film that I submitted to this festival. And I think it was the breakup that created the short film. Making Isabel was one of the most beautiful experiences because I worked with a lot of nice people and a lot of them from the industry. Some of them were students. Some of them now are in the business in Romania. Um, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was a very artistic and very specific film. I was curious to know, like, what words you touched on it a little bit about some of the things your breakup relationship. You don't have to go too deep into that, but I'm kind of curious into like what is like your inspirations for like some of the shots, some of the cinematography, some of the narrative story, because it's a very like deep story, and you can tell that you meditated a lot onto the narrative, the story, and the characters. So I'm just kind of curious, like, what kind of like, were there any kind of films that were inspired you, for example?
Yeah, thank you. I think I want to make it. It's not a very linear story, so it's more like images, pieces of that relationship that was falling apart. So it was most likely my emotions put inside that film. Um, what inspired me, the directors like Bergman, like von Trier, I think Lars von Trier or Ingmar Bergman, they are my inspiration. And I tried at some point like focusing on faces, which Bergman does a lot in his movies. But mainly, I think what I focused on some images that felt like um, very natural to me, remembering that relationship and how things are. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? That's a really beautiful response. What do you think are some of the things that you want people to take away from Isabel? Like, is there like a shot, for example, that you feel like a thesis of the film?
Yeah, I think to me, I have my own story about Isabel, and I think the short film can be looked at in many ways. I mean, you can make out a story, or I think many people, when I was talking to people in the cast, they were saying things were different, and I actually imagined them. And I think that's what I thought making because. It's not a film that has the story structured in a way that's very clear. Like, for instance, to me, Adam, the main character, the main male character, he's not a shrink, actual shrink. It's part of him trying to fix the other person in the relationship. So to me, that's the beauty of any film, and that's why I wanted to make something that I would also look at in that way.
Good. Great. Great. Okay. So next question would be, I don't want to take up too much of your time. What what are something what are we working on right now? Or something that you're working on next your next project, for example?
There are a few things I'm writing, but I don't have my focus on something in particular. I think I'm always inspired by the moment and by what comes next. So at some point, maybe I'll feel that this is the screenplay that I want to produce right now. The same thing happened with Isabel. When it came the right time, I felt like now going back to something that I wrote and make it into something that I was feeling, and the emotions that I had at that moment, I put them into words and had that produced. So I don't actually have a name of a project that I'm going to make, but I feel like I'm gonna do something very soon because yeah.
Well, what would you say? Let me ask you this question. What would you say to people who are kind of in a similar boat, where it's like they have an idea, but they want to get it out, but they understand that it takes time and patience to get it done. What would you say to people who are kind of in that boat, who want to make something but don't know how to like get it forward, or don't know how to take their time to do it?
Well, I think to me it was very important to start, and that was the main problem because when I was writing, for instance, this short film, also was postponing doing it. So I think it's important to take your time if you feel like it, but always, when you're very emotioned and you want to tell a story, you should go ahead and just do it because there every story is to be told. I mean, you have a story, you have to tell it. That's how I feel about it.
Well said. Well, how else? How can we find you on the deep thing known as the internet? Is there an Instagram? Do you have like a page we can follow you on? How do you want us to reach out to you?
I have a page on Instagram. It's either Lost in Film Raw, which I use it here, or Cristian Nicolae 23. And I also have a YouTube channel, Cristian Nicolae, where I do a lot of photography, like what I feel on the moment. So yeah.
Sure, sure. Well, thank you for being in the moment with us and sitting and talking about your film. It's,
Thank you very much for inviting me and for showing the film. Yeah.
of course, it's a pleasure to have your film. It's a very beautiful film and a very somber, reflective piece. It's an honor to have it and an honor to have artists like yourself here. We'll be
Thank you very much.
screening we'll be screening today. Like I said, we're screening Isabel on our website at thefreestudios.com/screening. So you guys can check it out there if you want to track this and all the other films that we have screening today. Thank you guys so much for viewing, and thank you again for hanging out and tripping it out. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Bye.